World champion at heavyweight. What comes to mind when you hear the name Deontay Wilder?
Nothing. An excuse maker. A guy who couldn't face reality that he'd lost. So yeah, that's what comes to mind. A letdown. Disappointment.
I did the interview in the ring with him, and he gave you credit at that time. And then all of a sudden, all the excuses started to come. What did you think of him when you started to hear every excuse?
You know, I didn't really pay too much attention, but as a fighting man, as a warrior, he lost a lot of admiration and respect as a fighter. But as a human, I expect it from him.
You called your shot for that second fight. How do you see this third fight playing out?
Much more the same, to be fair, but I hope to get him out of there quite quickly this time. Walk right through him. It'd be like getting run over by an 18-wheeler. Wouldn't be pretty.
For you, switching trainers has worked. Now he has Malik Scott in his corner. What do you think that will do for him?
Nothing. I think it gets him run over even quicker. Yep. Malik Scott's a notified loser. Deontay Wilder's a loser too, so you got a loser training a loser. Doesn't make for a good recipe, to be fair. Actually, they're both excuse makers when I think about it. I remember I had Malik Scott in training camp in Holland, and he lasted one day. He started making excuses. So you got two excuse makers training each other. What can I say?
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury as he calls Malik Scott and Deontay Wilder excuse makers. Backtrack. You know, the interviewer asked him from ESPN, like, hey, what do you think about, what comes to mind when you think about Deontay Wilder? He said nothing. I guess he thought about it again. And he said he's an excuse maker. You know, a person that didn't take his win the right way. He said that Malik Scott is a natural born loser. Now that got me. And it's one of those things that it's not below the belt if you use it at the right times. And what I mean by that is Malik Scott, he's not known for that guy to be a winner. He's known to be a veteran. But to be fair, though, a lot of trainers are better at trainers than they ever were boxers. Freddie Roach, Buddy McGirt, a lot of these guys. And to be and look, and a lot of people you didn't even know fought, and they fought. That's how overshadowing it was for them to be coaches, for them to versus being a fighter. You didn't know they were a fighter. You thought they were, hey, they were always trainers and they just trained from whatever. No, a lot of people learn from experience. Okay? And I'll say this, okay? I hope to hit every point in this video that I thought of when listening to Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. The excuse making like he said at first, it really didn't bother him. But to be fair, I don't think Tyson Fury expected Deontay Wilder to ever come to admit or to agree with those type of situations. I don't think that was the case. I don't think that Tyson Fury knew Deontay Wilder was either agreeing with this or orchestrating this behind the scenes through someone else, or both, because it could have been both. It might have been. I don't know. But him saying that and him being the way, like, hey, he's an excuse maker, you got two losers. He had experience with the guy that's training him, that's reinventing him, and a lot of people might shun that, including Tyson Fury. But then again, some fighters are better trainers than boxers. Okay? Malik Scott, for what we know, okay, even if Deontay Wilder loses, it depends on how he loses. It depends on the performance. Win or lose in a lot of situations, it's been a cancer of boxing. Okay, because if you fight a guy and you give it your best, you think people are going to disrespect you? You think people are going to look down on you? You think people are going to look or think less of you? People are going to love you for what you tried to do. Why do you think people loved Arturo Gatti? Why do you think that? Why do you think he got all the money that he got, all the success, all the fame, all the followers, all the support? Because he gave it his best. Blood and guts warrior. It didn't matter if he won every fight. He got beat by mighty Ivan Robinson twice. But people will remember Arturo Gatti way before they remember mighty Ivan Robinson. Why? Because Arturo Gatti gave it his all and he did what he could do with the skills that he had. If Deontay Wilder was the same kind of guy, okay, so be it. So let's stop hiding behind race. Let's stop hiding behind all the bullshit. If Deontay Wilder truthfully would have took that loss better, he would have had a better standing. He would have had a better standing with the public and not just a small group of people that are butthurt because they're really racist and prejudiced people. Okay? Now, him saying that Malik Scott was an excuse maker or whatever, I don't think that because he admitted to it. So I don't know where he gets that from, Tyson Fury. I just think he was capping. But as far as the excuse maker part, yeah, Tyson Fury can always say that at the end of the day. But rest assured, coming Monday, I have some very important news to show you guys or to tell you guys about some leaked information that I have concerning this whole thing. But him saying Deontay Wilder is an excuse maker, I believe that because as of now, though, we don't know all the evidence or whatever to support his claim. But like the interviewer said, though, the interviewer said that Deontay Wilder did congratulate him. So, to be fair, people, let's go with that. Let's go with the first impression because mostly your first impressions are your best, or your first reaction and how you choose to react is your best. Deontay Wilder did congratulate Tyson Fury. He didn't kiss his ass. He looked disappointed like any other fighter that never been defeated would. And he said he was the better man tonight. I think, in hindsight, we should look at that and remember Deontay Wilder. Win, lose, or draw on the third fight. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury calling Deontay Wilder an excuse maker. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.